Hey, what's up everybody? By now, maybe you've seen the video where I came down and helped my buddy Jordan work on the structural components of this LP house. That was a lot of fun, but we just got done wrapping up shooting all the siding and it looks amazing. Jordan, tell a little bit about yourself to these people that haven't maybe seen that video, which if you haven't, go check it out. That's right.
You can go follow me at Jordan Smith Builds on YouTube and Instagram. We're building this modern farmhouse in conjunction with LP, and Kyle's been a great help helping us get up both the structural and the siding. His design aesthetics are a little...
Wait, but we're not showing that, man.
Oh, we're not showing that?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Actually, so what we did is we came down to really shoot a bunch of content for LP, and me and Jordan helped them show all those details and basically the correct installation techniques. So let's go ahead and why don't we show them?
Yeah.
All right, and a little bonus, stick around to the end if you maybe want to see some of the huge deciding factors in choosing LP Smartside over some of those other claddings, because I was astounded. Were you?
Big difference.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it, man.
So one of the things we're going to do here on this LP house is we're going to do a vertical siding, and that's going to give it like a really cool modern farmhouse barn style board and batten look. So we'll take you through some of that process here as we go along. So we're going to be installing vertical siding here on this wall, some LP, and you got to make sure that we're using Weather Logic, which has that WRB part of the panel. You still got to make sure that you do a rain screen. So we're just cutting some 2-inch furring strips to achieve that. Yikes. That's not my proudest cut, guys. You guys know I'm a left blade saw kind of guy. This is Jordan's saw and it's a right blade. It's just a little bit different. But it sure does rip. I went ahead and I marked all these at the bottom 8 inches. Okay. So it's a 1 inch off. And then we got to kind of get up high.
So we should need 18 plus another little bit up on the, because we got 4, 12, and then a little bit down here.
Yep, here's a question. Do we want to snap lines for those suckers, or are we just going to try to run them? Because we're going to put those battens are going to be, or they're going to be 16-inch exact. Yeah, so if we just go off of these, we might.
I would snap it.
So here what we have to do is we have to run these rain screen every 8 inches, because we're doing a 16-inch board and batten look. And so we're going to have a batten every 8 inches down this wall, and we're using 16-inch LP soffit that is 16 inches. So we're going to hit a soffit in the center of every other one of these. We wanted to make sure that we made our strips wide enough to accommodate for that and the nailing pattern off the edges. And then one of these details down here that we've got, Jordan, you know, we've got this rain screen. We want that water to get out and to dry out. So we're leaving just some additional furring strips out, just enough so that we have something to nail every 6 inches around the perimeter of our 16-inch soffit. You got to make sure you still run the standard nailing patterns. Anytime that you're running this vertical siding or this soffit material, you have to make sure that you're running at a 6-inch interval and you're 3/8 of an inch off of the edge is what the goal is here. If you run into some nails that are proud, like this guy right here, let's go ahead and make sure that you get them flushed up nice. You don't have to run with a tape measure, it just kind of makes it a little bit easier. All right, LP Legal got in on this and they told me that I had to wear a hard hat. So The nice thing is my buddy Oscar from LP, who maybe you've seen in some of the videos, especially Greg's install out on the house that he was in, which was the remodel, whatever. He brought me this killer hard hat, so thank you, Oscar. But what we did, and this was my mistake, this soffit material that we're using for the vertical siding is exactly 16 inches. Now, that's kind of one of the nice things about engineered products is that they're engineered. They are ran and made by man, which makes them, you know, if the process is right, it makes them perfect. This is exactly 16. The goal was to put these rain screen strips at 16 on center and 8 on center so that we could run the panels, nail it, and have our battens every 8 inches. But Kyle did not think about the fact that you always have to be mindful of that 3/16 gap. So when I come in here and I put my 3/16 gap on the edge of this piece, rookie mistake, I'm gonna be 16 and 3/16. Then I'm gonna be 32 and 3/8. Then, you know, on and on, it's just gonna keep getting worse. So what we're gonna do, and this is okay, and it's a good lesson for me, I think it's easier, I don't know. I'm having second thoughts on what's faster, better to, you know, we've only got like a handful of pieces to make. So I think we're just gonna rip them down on the table saw, paint the edges so that we're good according to LP's installation instructions. Always gotta make sure you paint your cut edges, and then we can still maintain a 16-inch spacing. When we do any more on this house, we'll think about that and we'll grow our spacing the proper amount to accommodate for that 3/16 gap, which I promise you guys, you may think it's not worthy, it's not necessary. It is. It's just after lunch, and this is what we've done so far. This is gonna be a board and batten wall, vertical siding. It's gonna look killer, but we were just told that we gotta change gears because we gotta film some different stuff here on the project. So we're gonna go do some siding on another set of the wall. Let's do it. Hey, we did it for the video. What else did they want? They wanted a nice background. LP Smartside, fastest install. More movie magic here. Basically what we're doing is building a wall here in this opening. I think is gonna be, what's up?
See you.
Oscar,
I'm leaving.
see you, buddy. It's good seeing you like always. Thank you for the hard hat. And we'll see you hopefully in March maybe. I think we're gonna do a plant tour. Maybe we can get you to go with that.
True.
Maybe,
That's
I don't
true.
know.
True.
That's up to us.
I'm leaving.
Safe travels, Oscar. Thanks,
All
buddy.
right. Take care.
See
You
ya.
too.
Yep.
Great. Take care, man. Don't forget your hard hat.
Sav, you are on the middle of my screen right now, just so you know. Sorry, this is the way it goes. I try to do something, guys. I'm just joking. I'm joking. All jokes. All right. So what we're doing is we're framing up this wall to do some window and door penetrations for Weather Logic. And it's not even gonna be structural or finished. It's just a temporary solution to cover all the content that we have to. Clover, just so you know, I am recording this.
Oh.
I mean, you can come in here, but I just don't want you to stand directly in the center.
I'm just getting an idea.
So what I'm gonna do is build this for your Weather Logic. And I'm just trying to do whatever I can to, yeah. Okay. Here, this will be so much quicker. Cut hub, just grab a couple of those boards. I'm gonna make a bunch of cuts. Yeah. I need nails. I don't know where they're at. Oh, we almost got this finished before we got to go do something else. But now we're back on, we're back on Smartside. Finally gonna get going on this board and batten siding again. This is LP Smartside vertical siding. They're 16 foot long, 16 inches wide. You can see over here, I've already got one installed. Got to make sure that you do your 6-inch nailing pattern around the perimeter, and you're okay without doing any nails through the field. Now, I will say, you don't have to run a rain screen on horizontal siding, the lap siding, but you got to make sure you do it with LP Smartside vertical siding. Let me get mine perfect up top.
Okay, perfect. We'll pull it snug as we go.
Okay,
down.
go ahead and go up. Yeah, right there, hold that. Then we're just gonna come down.
Yep.
Open it up, now take it in. Oh man.
Do we need more pressure on it?
Well, it just comes and goes, you know? Yeah, she just, is it on? Greg, can you see if the compressor is even on?
Has to be. There's no way you can really?
No, that'd be crazy, huh? Hey, look at that.
Ah,
Okay.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
A lot of nails. Yeah, it's
Jeez. Okay, give me a little push on this, man.
Yep.
Pretty amazing though how much this covers really quickly.
Yeah.
Of course, we're kind of
16 is.
Doing the easy part. I think we should try this on one of our projects, Greg. We wouldn't be able to do this 6 inches on center on a post frame. I don't know what's happening. That's called smiling, I think they call it.
Oh, when you go down one side and
No,
it pulls it?
I mean, the more moisture that hits this material, it's usually from the ends of the packaging, and so it'll start to expand. It'll stay tight and dry in the middle, and so it'll start to smile.
Huh.
So that's why it's super important to keep it all wrapped up on site.
Just a second. Yeah, man.
You really are a beast, man.
Right there.
Thanks. I didn't know you were so strong.
So strong.
Jeez.
So I can get the ladies.
This guy's pretty strong.
So I get the ladies.
You mean the lady?
I've never got ladies.
Yeah,
Ever.
it's just one.
Ever.
And that's all it's ever going to be.
What's your trick for your 6-inch eyeball?
Say what?
You have one? 6, like.
Well, what I did was I actually tape measured the first one,
Yeah.
and then I've just been like transferring it across the sheet with my expert eyeball.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to know. The way we just nailed this thing off, did we just add a ton of shear to this? We had to.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Think about how strong this
Tons
is.
of shear.
Yeah. So this is pretty cool. We actually plumbed up the very first piece, and I think because this product is engineered and it's like perfectly dimensional, we use the proper gap spacing with the simple cider, which gives you that consistent 3/16 gap. And I just pulled out the plumb stick here. It's not my favorite color, but it does read a nice, accurate, dead center on the plumb. So you get that with engineered products. I'm just gonna get the first one way up here, Jordan.
All right.
Where's my mark? Okay.
I'm on a mark here. but
Yeah, and I'm on a mark right there.
Cool.
It's a pretty good look, huh? What do you think? I hope your wife has her safety harness on up there.
She does.
Okay. If I got to wear a hard hat installing LP Smartside, 5/8, 5/8, 5/8.
Garbage.
No, it's Stanley
Stanley.
Fan Max is great, dude. They just don't last long enough. Like, I love them. They're an amazing tape measure when you first get them. It's just they don't hold up to the elements. Not like LP Smartside. So these battens here, these are 1.5 by 5/4, so we get that full 1-inch depth. You know, Jordan's really after the shadow line, right? I mean, that's that architectural detail, but You can see we're covering up these nails, the gap, and we're only doing a 12-inch nail pattern. So you don't have to do that 6-inch on this, just 1 foot. And as you can see, we've been just putting our tape measure at the top, running it down. It's just quick, it's easy, and you can guarantee that perfect nail pattern. I'm just wishing I had my JLG scissor lift out here. So all we're doing here is we're giving ourselves a 5/8 inch mark from the edge of the factory side. That way we can ensure that our batten is running perfect up this crack. One thing you definitely want to do is make sure that all the nail heads are flush. You don't want to be too recessed, otherwise you're going to have to make sure you put some paint on that surface. But if you flush them up nice, it's not going to make your batten look all wonky on the wall. It'll end up real nice and flush. All right, last one for now, Jordan. That was pretty easy. How long did this take us?
Oh, my bad, my bad. I got excited.
I would be too. Look at that. You're gonna be pretty, you're gonna be in love with this place, dude. You're not gonna wanna sell it, but it'll teach you a ton of lessons for like the next one.
Yeah, exactly. Every time I build one, I'm like, oh, when I build my own, not doing that again.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, we're gonna do a lot of Smartside. All right, that's a wrap. Nobody's even here anymore. It's like, wow, good job, guys. Thanks. So now it's kind of cool because we've got this opening over here on the house where we got this sun shining in, just you know, kind of some ambient light, and you can really start to see the grain and the color pop on this Smartside. It's such a good look, and I never would have thought of doing this on a house, so I guess that just tells you that I'm not much of a design guy, but aesthetically it's pleasing, and it was very easy to install once we kind of got started, and you know, we didn't get taken away by everybody else to do something else, which is what they're doing right now. Yeah, I'm coming, guys, I'm coming. Now, I'm not saying this is the right way to build a wall, because this is just a studio wall. It's for demos, it's for the application of taking some video. So don't judge me on the framing. I just did, you know, what I thought was right to an extent. There's some blocking and stuff I would do on a normal application, but it's gonna look good. Okay, ready? I always say use your back, not your legs. Safety third. Now, it might not fit in the opening straight in. We might have to bring it out. What?
Those are structural nails. That was holding the whole house together.
Got a nice little snap line here now. You on your line? Hope that's straight. Man, you're ballsy putting your hand there. Thanks, sir. Thanks, sir. Man, imagine if we had some assistants at site every day. Oh wait, that's what. Sorry, Jordan, I wasn't listening, buddy. I'm sorry. I was kind of daydreaming for a second.
Thanks, sir.
Not the best router bit for this. It's doing the job. A nice spiral, downward spiral bit is way better, but it does give a really nice clean finish when you're all done. It's just I'm burning it up a little bit, and I'm not quite sure why. You can see I'm at the right depth of the cutter, so I can't really change the depth anymore, but it's burning running up this. It could be my fault. Let's try the other way, Dad. So I just wanted to show you guys real quick. Jordan just did this pan flash detail with the LP WeatherLogic tape, this 6-inch tape. And the main thing is getting a 2-inch lap on the outside. And I know probably people are going to ask about this area right here and why this is not folded over. There's some other, you know, products out there that do that. We're only concerned about the edge. We have our WRB right here. So as long as you don't cut back into this and you do a nice little stretch on this corner and cover that, you're good. If you want to do some additional taping, you can, you know, to cover this up and maybe come back, but you don't have to. The big thing is when your window does leak, it comes down and you've got your pan for your water flash. You don't have to worry about the sides. We're going to tape those once the window's installed. Oh yeah, and if you guys hear an explosion right there in the background, it's because our neighbors, I don't think they want us filming here for some reason. I don't know. They dropped a propane tank off with a, what is it, Jordan? Is this a common thing in the...
2 inches past this one.
Yeah. It's like a thing that scares birds away, I think. It's designed to scare birds away.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
A slow like chamber leak, and then it finally builds up pressure and releases.
Is that what it is? Oh.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Can it fire projectiles if you wanted it to?
Maybe they don't want their animals on this end of the fence is all. It's not about us.
Such a nice Midwestern thing to say.
I think so.